वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां हृदये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो भगवते वैवस्वताय मृत्यवे ब्रह्मविद्याचार्याय नचिकेतसे च। First chapter, third section, 10th mantra. You can repeat. Indriyebhyah parahyarthaah
इन्द्रियेभ्यः
पराह्यर्थाः
अर्थेभ्यश्च परं मनः
अर्थेभ्यश्च परं मनः
मनसस्तु परा बुद्धिः
मनसस्तु परा बुद्धिः
बुद्धेरात्मा महान् परः
बुद्धेरात्मा महान् परः
महतः परमव्यक्तम्
परमव्यक्तम्
अव्यक्तात् पुरुषः परः पुरुषान्न परं किञ्चित् सा काष्ठा सा परागतिः Through these two mantras, mantra number 10 and 11, the Upanishad presented the Tatparyam. The Tatparyam being Jivatma is not different from Paramatma. By doing vichara at every level, starting from the Vyashti, Jiva, you arrive at or you discover that the Swarupa of the Jiva is the same as the Swarupa of the Paramatma. Jivatma is not different from Paramatma. Jivatma eva Paramatma. Tayoho Aikyam, the oneness. That is what the Upanishad presents in the form of the Mahavakyam, the great equation. The two sides of the equation, an equation will have two sides. An equation will have two sides, and on the both sides, the figures will be different, need not be same, will be different. Then only it is an equation. 2 plus 3 is equal to 7 minus 2. This is an equation. The numerals are different, but they are equated. Similarly here, though the numerals are different, apparent, they are different, but the result is the same. Similarly, here also, though apparently Jivatma and Paramatma different, but essentially they are the same. That is called Mahavakyam. Akhandartha Bodhaka Vakyam Mahavakyam. In all the four Vedas, from all the four Vedas, the Mahavakyam, the famous Mahavakyam is taken, and that is considered to be the Mahavakyam for each the matam which the Shankara Bhagavad established at four corners of the Bharatam. Mahavakya. Those are the famous Mahavakyas. Famous Mahavakya taken from each Upanishad. Each Veda. Taken from each Veda. Chaturnam Vedanam Chatvari Utkrishta Vakyani. What Vakyas? Brahmatmaika Bodhakani Vakyani. Akhandartha Bodhakani Vakyani. Mahavakyani. Those are Mahavakyas. Pragyanam Brahma Mahavakyam. This is from the Aitareya Upanishad. Aitareya Upanishad belongs to Rig Veda. So Rig Veda, Vakya, Prajnanam, Brahma. Ayam Atma Brahma, from Mandukya Upanishad. Mandukya Upanishad belongs to Atharva Veda. Tattvamasi, a very famous Mahavakyam, which occurs in Chandogya Upanishad. And the Upanishad belongs to Samaveda. Aham Brahmasmi, another famous Mahavakyam, which belongs to Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, and the Upanishad belongs to Yajurveda. So these four Mahavakyas are the Utkrishta Mahavakyas, famous Mahavakyas. Not only these four are the Mahavakyas, there are in fact many Mahavakyas. Many Mahavakyas. Mahavakyas need not be only in the form of a simple sentence, it can be in the form of a long shloka also. Like this mantra, number 10 and 11, put together conveys the same idea. Therefore, it has a status of being a Mahavakya. Therefore, through this mantra, Upanishads conveyed the oneness of Jivatma and Paramatma. Starting from Yashti Jivatma, we have arrived at Purusha. And is there anything greater than Purusha? Purushat Varam Kinchita Nasti. Sagatihi Paragatihi Sa Kashta. Iti, the mantra is concluded. Then the next mantra starts. For which the Bhashyakara, he gives the Sangati. We will read the Sangati. We have read the Bhashyam to this shloka, 11th mantra. Now we are getting into 12th mantra. for which the Sangati Bhashya we need to read. Nanu
Nanu
Gatihi Chet
Gatihi Chet
चेत्
Agatyapi Bhavitavyam
Agatyapi
यापि
Bhavitavyam
भवितव्यम्
Katham Yasmat Bhuyo न जायते इति
Katham
यस्मात्
Yasmat
नैष दोषः.
Naisha Dosha.
So the question is asked here. Nanu, the question is asked. Gatihi chet agatyapi bhavitavyam. Gatihi, the word gatihi, let us analyze the word gatihi. Gati, which means the destination. The literal meaning of the word gatihi is destination. In Shastram we talk about different destination. Gatihi, destination, or gatihi is a movement. The movement by which you attain the place. Devayanam, Pitrayanam, Shuklagati, Krishnagati, Uttarayanam, Krishnayanam, Devapataha, Brahmapataha. All these are gati. Devayanena patha, Shuklaya gatya, तथा उत्तरायणे शरीरपातेन जीवाः अनावृत्तिं लभन्ते. That's a vakyam. जीवाः अनावृत्तिं, gaining, passing through that gati. When sharirapatena, after the fall of the body, anavrittim labante, they don't come back. Na avrittim, punaha na avrittim, yadgatva na nivartante. And there is a vakya in the Shruti. Brahma vidaha yagatihi devayanakhya prasiddha shrutau atha uttarena tapasa brahmacharyena shraddhaya vidyaya atmanam anvishya adityam abhijayanta etadvai prananam ayam etadvai prananam ayatanam etat amritam ayam etat parayanam etasmat na punaravartate anavritti punaha na avartate. And Gita also in the 8th chapter it is talked about the gati, Shukla gati, Krishna gati, Agnir Jyotirah Shuklaha Shadmasa Uttarayanam Tatra Prayata Gachanti Brahma Brahma Vido Janaha. For all this Shruti is the only Pramana. It talks about the Shukla gati, gaining which na avartante, na punaha punara vartante iti. And we know this, there are two types of mukti, krama mukti and jivan mukti. Krama mukti and jivan mukti. Krama mukti also is a movement. Krama is a movement. The word krama itself shows it's an order. There is an order. Krama mukti. What is krama mukti? Karya brahmendradayah swaswa padam adhyasinaha tatta eva utpanna jnanaha hiranyagarbhena saha kramashah param padam labante. Going to the Brahmaloka, who will be there? Brahmaji, Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbhena saha kramashah, in the order, param padam labante. Param padam, that Vishnu padam labante. This is called Krama Mukti. Iyameva Muktihi, Krama Muktihi. And what about this Sadhyo Mukti? There are some people, apare kechane jnanodaye sati, when the jnana udaya, when the rise of knowledge happens, Jnanodaye sati sadhyaha, at once, swasva rupan anagatim labante muktaha bhavanti. They gain their swarupa. They know their swarupa. And that is the gati. That is the gati, gaining which there is no returning back. Iyameva sadhyo mukti. They become free at once. They become free at once. Therefore, swasva swarupan agatim labante. Therefore, they become free at once. This is sadhyo mukti. So, krama mukti and sadhyo mukti. Sadhyo mukti, otherwise called jivan mukti, for which the jiva doesn't have to travel. It is here at once. For jivan mukti, it is here at once. For that, jnanam. Jnanodaye samaye. Jnanodaye samaye sadhyo eva muktihi jivan muktihi. So therefore, two types of mukti, two types of this gati is there. Jivan mukti and karma mukti, gaining which there is no returning back. Whereas other gati, Krishna gati and all, it's also a gati. Their travel is involved. Gaining which one has to come back. Going through Krishna gati, going to Swarga Loka or whichever Loka. There are 14 lokas are there, gaining which the person has to come back. There, gati, the travel is involved. Whereas moksha gati, when we say, the moksha gati which is in the form of karma mukti or jivan mukti, if it is karma mukti, going to the Brahma Loka, there Hiranyagarbhena saha kramashaha parampadam labante, that is one. Other one is jivan mukti. Here itself. Prarabdha karma vashat dehe satyapi brahma sakshat karavataha swasva rupa avastitihi jivan mukti. This is the jivan mukti. Definition of jivan mukti. So, prarabdha karma samapti anantaram videha kaivalyam bhavati. The person having gained the knowledge, he will continue to live as long the prarabdha is there. After that, Videga Mukti. Once he leaves the body, he becomes Muktaha forever. So there is no returning back. That is the Gati. But Gati in general, when we say the word Gati, means it's derived from the Dhatu, Gam Dhatu. Gamyate iti Gatihi. That which is reached, that which is attained. Gamyate iti gatihi. Karma vyutpatti. It is karma vyutpatti. So, that which is gained means that implies travel. So, therefore, Purva Pakshi now raises an argument. Gati means that which is reached, the destination. The destination by traveling. So, it means you are at some place and therefore you are traveling. When you travel to that place, since there is a movement, the movement is there because of the time-space difference. So you are here in one place, it means you are not in that place. Then only you travel. So therefore, you are reaching that place, gatihi, then what happens? Gati, the word, the gati means there is a separation from a particular sthanam and there is an association with a particular sthanam. That is called gati. You move from one place to another place. There what happens? Viyoga, separation happens. Separation from a particular sthanam. The sthanam could be a shariram also. Shariram is also a sthanam. From one shariram you are moving to another shariram. From one place you are moving to another place. So yes, the space, the place and the time is involved. So at a particular space, at a particular place and time, I am associated with a sthanam, that is Sanyoga is there. Now, the gati, in movement, what happens? Viyoga happens. Viyoga happens from where I stayed now, and Sanyoga happens to where I go. That is called gati. So, going to Swarga Loka or any other different lokas, it involves a movement. That is called gatihi. If gati is there, if going is there, then agati also must be there, since travel is involved. If going is there must be coming back also. Agati also must be there. If going is there, either you come back to the same or you go to another sthanam. Different sthanams going, you can go. Possibility is there. Bhavitavyameva. So, gatihi chet, agatihi api bhavitavyameva. Going is there, returning also must be there. You go to Swargaloka. How do you go to Swargaloka? You have earned a lot of punyam, and therefore you go to Swargaloka, or you go to Narakaloka because you have gained a lot of papam, and you have to undergo all the experiences in the Naraka, or whichever loka you go. Gati, that is a gati. But will you be there forever? Since they are not permanent, they are also anitya, therefore you have to come back. Kshine punye matyalokam vishanti. If you go to Swargaloka, once all the punyams are encashed, then you have to come back. Similarly, Naraka Loka also, or any other loka for that matter. Why? Because there is a Viyoga and Sanyoga. Viyoga from where you were, and Sanyoga to where you will be. So, therefore, how can you say? Therefore, how can you say, Katam yasmat bhuyaha na jayate? How can you say, gaining that, there is no coming back? That is the question is raised. Then for that the answer is Naisha doshaha. This is not a problem. This is not a defect. This is not a defect. Why? Sarvasya
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 pratyagatmatvat
Pratyagatmatvat
avagatihi eva
Avagatihi eva
gatihi iti upacharyate.
Gatihi iti upacharyate.
This is not a problem. Why? Because sarvasya pratyagatmatvat avagati eva gatihi iti upacharyate. So the word gatihi, here we have to understand the word gatihi meaning avagatihi. The word gatihi means avagatihi. This gatyartaka dhatus can be used in the sense of knowing, gaining. Gaining not physically anything, gaining in terms of knowledge. Therefore, gatihi is avagatihi, gaining, understanding. And avagatihi eva anavrittihi. And gaining alone is anavritti, no coming back. Anavrittihi is what? Paunaf punyena avartanam, again and again coming. That is janma mrityu rupena. Punah punaha agamanam avrittihi. That is called avritti. Tad viparita anavrittihi. There is no agamanam. That is anavrittihi. And how is it possible? Brahmajnanat. Brahmajnanat Brahma sampadhyate. Swasvarupam sampadhyate avagamyate. That is anavrittihi. Therefore, punaha na avartate. Tacha mokshaha. That is called moksha. That is called tacha mokshaha iti abhidiyate. And that is the result of this vidya, Brahma Vidya Palam. That is the result of Brahma Vidya Palam. Brahma Jnanat eva bhavati mokshaha. And that vidya is very well known by the word Sarva Vidya Pratishtam Paravara Vidya iti in Mundaka Upanishad. That vidya. Gaining that vidya, gaining that knowledge, Brahma Jnanam, mokshaha bhavati, and from moksha there is no coming back, punaravar. There is no punaravritti. Therefore, Anavrittihi eva avagatihi. So gatihi is avagatihi, and avagatihi means understanding. Understanding the understanding oneself, gaining that Atma Jnanam, self-knowledge. When it is gained, there is no avritti, anavrittihi eva. And therefore, this knowledge, gaining that knowledge, that is sarvasya pratyekatmatvat avagatihi. Avagatihi is understanding, knowing, knowing what? Knowing pratyekatmatvat. Pratyekatmatvat, that is Pratyak Atma, that Purusha, what has been discussed, what has been described, that Purusha is Pratyak, is the Pratyak, is the Antaryami, is the innermost, is the innermost, the Atma, self, is Antaryami, the Pratyak Atma, of whom for Sarvasya Jagataha is the Pratyekatmatvat, having this is he being the Pratyekatma, therefore understanding him, understanding it, it's called avagatihi. And that is what is referred to by the word gatihi. Pratyekatmatvat, sarvasya pratyekatmatvat, avagatihi, avagatihi eva gatihi, iti upacharyate. Pratyak Atma, Pratyak Indra, Atma, Atma being Atma, innermost self, we can translate into English, but instead of translating into innermost self, let us say Pratyekatma is Pratyekatma, the one who is in all the beings, all the jivas, as Antaryami, Pratyekatma, that I, iti rupena, aham iti rupena, that Atma, Pratyekatma. Now, the word Pratyahatma is only, that is, it's only a figurative expression. Pratyekatma means doesn't mean that he is located inside. Doesn't mean he is located inside. He is everywhere. All pervading the Brahma, Ishvara is there in all the jivas. And that Atma, the all pervading Brahmatma, is referred to by the word Pratyekatma. So, having gained the Paramatma, he understands, having gained the knowledge of Paramatma, he understands that he is not different from Paramatma. Therefore, that is the avagati, that is the avagati, gaining which there is no coming back, and that is referred to the word gatihi. So, the Purusha is what is referred here, knowing Purusha who is the Adhisthana, of everything. Knowing him, that is called gatihi. And knowing him is gaining moksha. Knowing is moksha. Knowing is gaining, and gaining is in the form of the moksha. Understanding that aham muktaha, my swarupa is muktaha. I am ever free. I am limitless. Aham purnaha, aham purnam brahma. This is the understanding that is referred to by the word gatihi. So, gatihi means avagatihi iti. Then, further it continues. Pratyekatmatvam cha darshitam
प्रत्येगात्मत्वं च दर्शितम्
दर्शितम्
indriya mano buddhi paratvena. This Pratyekatma is darshitam, it is shown. Shown as what, how? Indriya mano buddhi paratvena. Indriya, sense organs. Manaha, mind. Buddhihi. Buddhi is buddhihi, intellect. Paratvena. Para is superior, greater. Because it is pratyak. And it is sukshma. It is all pervading. Therefore, Indriya, Mana, Buddhi, compared to Indriya, Manas and Buddhi, Pratyegatma is superior. Iti Pratyegatmatvam Darshitam Paratvena. Pratyegatma has been shown. It has been shown that Pratyegatma is the greater because it is Sukshma and it is all pervading, which is the Adhisthana of everything. Therefore, that Pratyegatma is superior, is greater. Why? The Pratyegatma is Paramatma. He is the innermost self. He is the essence of the being. Therefore, he is greater. But limitless Brahma is the Pratyegatma of all, which is the Adhisthana of Indriya, Mana, Buddhi. It is greater. It is shown. It has been clearly shown. Therefore, Yohi Ganta
Yo hi ganta
Yo hi ganta
Saha Agatam
saha agatam
agatam
Apratyak Rupam
apretrik
rupam
Rupam
Gacchati
gacchati
Anatma Bhutam
atmabhutam
Na Viparyayena
na viparyayena
Tatha cha Shrutihi
तथा च
श्रुतिः
श्रुतिः
Anadvaka
anadvaga
Advasu Paragishnavaha Ityadya
advasu
Advasu
parayishvaha
Parayishvaha
idya
Okay. Ganta, gum to go. So Gantru, the goer, the traveler. Ganta, the traveler, the one who travels. Yaha Ganta, the one who is travel. Saha, traveling means reaching a destination. Saha Gacchati, Putra Gacchati. Where does he go? Because going is there, traveling is there, therefore there must be a place of destination and it is attained at a particular time. Therefore, Yaha Ganta Saha Gacchati. The one who travels, he goes, he gains. What does he gain? Saha Yaha Yogi Ganta Saha Agatam Apratyak Rupam Anatma Bhutam Apratyak Rupam Gacchati. Yaha Ganta, the one who travels, Anatma Bhutam, that which is not Atma, Apratyak Rupam. It is not Pratyatma, which is different from the Pratyatma. So Ganta, reaching a place, means reaching a place which is not Atma, which is Anatma, therefore Anatma Bhutam. Going to a place, therefore Anatma Bhutam. And Apratyak Rupam, it is Apratyak Rupam. So, Yaha Ganta Saha Anatma Bhutam Apratyak Rupam Gacchati. So, when a traveling is involved, when a traveler travels, the person goes to a place where Agatam, that which is not reached. Agatam, the place which is not reached, it means the person is here, the person is not there. In that place where he wants to go, in that place he is not there. That is a place to be reached. So that place, which is in terms of time and space, spatially it is different. So it is to be reached. Is here, it is not there. So there is a Veda is there, difference is there. So this person, Ganta, is Atma, that the destination, that is Anatma, because it is to be reached. Therefore, Anatma Bhutam, and it is different from this person because since there is a movement. Apratyak Rupam, Anatma Bhutam, Agatam, that is a destination. Saha Gacchati, that person goes. Who? Yaha Ganta, the one who travels. The traveler goes to that place which is not yet reached, and that place is not Pratyak. It is not himself, it is different, and it is Anatma. It is Anatma. So when the traveling is involved, the traveler reaches a place which is not himself. He cannot travel within himself. He can travel only where he is not there. Na viparyena. Otherwise, traveling is not possible. So, otherwise, traveling is not possible. So, therefore, a traveler cannot travel to somewhere, cannot travel to something which is already reached. A traveler can travel to a place where he has not yet reached. And that which is not reached is anatma. The traveler cannot travel to something which is already reached, which is already gained. Reached means is gained. Already reached, already gained. It means he is everywhere. He is pratyak rupam, atma bhutam. When atma bhutam, pratyak rupam, atma bhutam is there is no traveling involved. When anatma bhutam, apratyak rupam is there, then agatam is there, therefore traveling is involved. Na viparyena. So the traveling is involved only when a person travels to a place where he is not there. It is to be reached. Na viparyena, otherwise it is not, otherwise traveling is not possible. When he is everywhere, how can he travel? Travel from where to where? He is not located in a particular place. Therefore, only when he is not located in a particular place and at a particular time, then only he can travel. Otherwise, na viparyena, otherwise not possible. Tatacha shrutihi, tacha shrutihi, the Shruti says, here the Bhagavad Pada quotes from an Upanishad, Itihasa Upanishad. There is an Upanishad, Itihasa Upanishad. From that he quotes, Anadvaha advasu parayish navaha iti. Advasu parayish navaha anadvaha. Advasu parayish navaha. That is, the Shruti says, Anadvaha. Anadvaha. Adva means the path. Anadvaha means pathless. So, Parayishnava, para means reaching the other, going the para, going beyond. That's called para. Those people who want to go, Advaha. Advaha, those people who want to go beyond, Advasu, that is of all the paths, Advaha, they don't take to any path. Advaha is Tritiya. Advaha is Tritiya. Tritiya Bhakti. Advasu, among all the paths. Parayishnava, that one who wants to go beyond. The one who wants to go beyond, they don't take to any path. They don't take to any path. Anadvaha, Advasu, Parayishnavaha. Parayishnavaha is the person, is the people who are going beyond. Going beyond, not through any paths. Pathless is a pathless travel. Advasu Anadvaha. Among all the paths, it is the pathless path. Parayishnavaha, they go beyond. It means there is no travel. They don't go by any path. So moksha is not through traveling through any the path. Shukla Gati or Krishna Gati. There is no Gati involved. There is no path involved. And only when path is there, then only the traveler also will be there. Ganta will be there. There is no path at all. Therefore, moksha is gained by knowledge. And that is here and now. That is what it says. If mukti is required, mukti is not attainable going to some other place. It is here itself. Therefore, Tatacha, now the next mantra. Bhagavad Pada connects to the next mantra. Tatacha darshayati.
तथा च
तथा च
दर्शयति
प्रत्यगात्मत्वं सर्वस्य
प्रत्यगात्मत्वं
प्रत्यगात्मत्वं
सर्वस्य
सर्वस्य
येष सर्वेषु भूतेषु
येष
एष
सर्वेषु
सर्वेषु
भूतेषु
भूतेषु
गूढोत्मानः प्रकाशते
गूढोन्मानप्रकाशते
प्रकाशते
दृश्यते त्वग्रया बुद्ध्या
दृश्यते त्वग्रया
त्वग्रया
बुद्ध्या
बुद्ध्या
सूक्ष्मया सूक्ष्मदर्शिभिः
सूक्ष्मया सूक्ष्मदर्शिभिः
तथा च दर्शयति श्रुतिः दर्शयति प्रत्यगात्मत्वं सर्वस्य प्रत्यगात्मत्वं, that is the pratyagatma of all. It is shown, it is darshayati, Shruti shows. How? By this mantra. By this mantra, pratyagatmatvam is shown by the Shruti. So, yeshaha sarveshu bhuteshu gudaha kaha atma. That atma na prakashate, drishyate tu tvagriya buddhya, drishyate tu agraya, drishyate tu agraya buddhya sukshmaya sukshma darshibhihi. Let us understand the meaning of this mantra. So, simple meaning I will say. Bhuteshu, sarveshu bhuteshu. Sarveshu bhuteshu, in all the beings. In all the beings, the charachareshu bhuteshu, in all the beings, this Atma is referred to by the pronoun this, because there is something closer other than Atma. It is being you, therefore Yeshaha Atma, Sarveshu Bhuteshu Gudaha, Gukh Dhatu means, Gudaha means Prachannaha. Gudaha, it is hidden, Prachannaha, covered. Achaditaha, Avritaha, covered. It is covered. In Gita also it is said, Dhumena Vriyate Bhagnihi. That is, Dhumena Avriyate Vannihi. Vannihi, as the fire is covered by Dhuma. That is called Avriti. Covered. Avritaha. Gudaha, hidden. Therefore, because it is hidden, therefore, na prakashate. Atma na prakashate. Really speaking, Atma na prakashate. Atma is shining, but it is not recognized. Therefore, na prakashate. It is not recognized as oneself. That is why na prakashate. So, Godaha Atma Sarvabhuteshu Antaryami Rupena Atma Vartate Saha Atma Yeshaha Atma na prakashate. It doesn't shine. Okay, then Drishyate. It is Drishyate to Agraya Buddhya. Agraya Buddhya. Buddhya is the Buddhi, which is Sukshma. Sukshmaya Buddhya. Sukshma is Sukshma Buddhi with the subtle mind. And that Buddhi must be Agraya, Tikshnaya, sharp and subtle. Buddhya, Grigyate. Drishyate. Drishyate is Grigyate, Sakshat Kriyate. That Atma, which is Goda, can be seen, can be understood, can be Sakshat Kriyate. How? Agraya Buddhya Sukshmaya. Buddhi, by the Buddhi, when Buddhi has got two qualifiers, the Buddhi should be Tikshna, which should be sharp and should be subtle. With the sharp and the subtle Buddhi, this Pratyagatma, which is the essence of all the beings, can be Sakshat Kriyate, can be Drishyate, can be seen, is seen. Is seen by whom? Sukshma Darshibhihi. By these Sukshma Darshibhihi. Sukshma Darshibhihi, that is the person. The person who has the Sukshma Darshanam. Drashtum Sheelam Yesham, those persons. Sukshma Darshibhihi, by that person, this Atma is Drishyate, it is seen, it is recognized. So therefore, Yeshaha Purushaha, the Purusha, what has been described before. Sakashta Sa Paragatihi Purushaha Saha Purushaha Saha Yeshu Sarveshu Bhuteshu, which is present in all the beings. How? Hidden. Gudaha Vartate. Why Gudaha? Because it is covered. It is as though covered. It is as though covered by the avidya. As though covered by avidya, and by maya it is vikshepa. It is distracted. So therefore, distracted. Why maya? Why maya? Because our mind is focused only on the nama rupa. The mind is focused only on the nama rupa, and we forget, and we fail to recognize the gudaha atma. Therefore, atma na prakashate. This atma is not recognized. This atma not recognized. Therefore, two things are involved. One is non-recognition of the atma. Second one is mistaking atma to be something else. So these are the two shaktis of the maya. So atma is covered by avidya and maya. So maya has that power, avarana and vikshepa. Avarana, that is the cause for agraganam, non-cognition, non-recognition. Vikshepa, projecting it as something else. Anyata agraganam, that is a basic problem. Agraganam and anyata agraganam. Agraganam is one problem. Not recognizing is one problem. But taking it to be something else, that is another problem. If you don't recognize the rope, there is no problem. But you are seeing the rope, but you don't see it as a rope, you see it as a snake. That creates a lot of problem. Agraganam and anyata agraganam. Therefore, this Atma, since it is gudaha, it is acharitaha, therefore it is not recognized. Not recognized. And it is recognized. Drishyate. By whom? It is recognized, it is appreciated. By whom? By the person who has the buddhi. The buddhi, which is agraya buddhya, that focused mind. Focused mind, that one-pointedness of the mind. That is, the person should engage in the study of the Shastram and do vichara with a focus. And therefore, you need a subtle, a sukshma buddhi. A sukshma buddhi to do the vichara. Otherwise, everything, all the statements of different darshanam, different people will look same. When you read the Bhashyam, Shankara Bhashyam, Shankara Bhagavad-pada Bhashyam, or when you read other Bhashyam, Dvaita Bhashyam, Vishishtadvaita Bhashyam, all the Bhashyam will look same. So therefore, the buddhi, what we need is a sharp buddhi to understand the subtle things and to be able to dismiss other than what the Shruti Tatparyam is. Therefore, buddhi, the Sukshma buddhi is important. And those who have the Sukshma buddhi, Sukshma Darshibhihi, who have this capability of understanding the subtle things. Sukshmam Sheelam Yasya. Sukshmam Drashtum. Drashtum Sheelam Yasya. Taihi Drishyate. By them it is seen. So therefore Atma is not available for appreciation or recognition by the common people, only by the people who have this capability of understanding things in a subtle way. By them only it is seen. Drishyate iti. Then the Bhashyam. We can read the Bhashyam. Yeshaha Purushaha.
Yeshaha
Purushaha
Sarveshu Brahmadi Stamba Paryanteshu.
सर्वेषु
ब्रह्मादिस्तम्भपर्यन्तेषु
ब्रह्मादिस्तम्भपर्यन्तेषु
भूतेषु
तेषु
गूढः
गूढः
संवृतः.
संवृतः
It is not savritah, samvritah. Darshana shravanadi karma, karma avidya.
दर्शन श्रवणादि कर्म
अविद्या
Darsha shravanadi karma avidya maya channaha. One word.
दर्शन श्रवणादि कर्म अविद्या माया
Okay. So that we can stop. Maya achannaha. That is yeshaha purushaha sarveshu bhuteshu. Yeshaha, this purusha is the avyaktat param purushaha, which is the gati, the kashta gatiki. That purusha sarveshu bhuteshu gudaha, in all the beings. That is brahmadi stambha paryanteshu, starting from Brahma up to stambha. Stambha means any minute things, small thing, subtle thing. Or you can take it as a grass. Starting from Brahma, that Hiranyagarbha, up to the grass. In all the beings, this Atma is Gudaha. It is Samvrtaha. Because of Atma only, they are. Minus Atma, they don't. But Atma is not recognized. Therefore, Gudaha. Minus Atma, they don't exist. Minus clay, pot doesn't exist. But when you see a pot, you see the beauty of the pot, you see the color of the pot and the form, and it has got a nice shine, but you forget to see the clay. And therefore, clay is Gudaha. Clay is Achaditaha by the Mrit. The clay is Achadita by the Gata. Gata covers as though the clay. Can really Gata covers the clay? Can really Gata cover the clay? Is it possible for Gata to cover it? Impossible. Minus clay, Gata doesn't exist. But when you see the pot, you don't see the clay. You forget to recognize the clay. When you see any object, you forget to see the light, which is all pervading. You see the object. An object exists. An object is recognized only in the presence of the light. But light, you don't recognize, you don't appreciate light every time. Therefore, it is said, it is presented, it has Gudaha, it is Samvrtaha, Achaditaha, it is covered. But really speaking, it is not covered. It is as though covered. Therefore, Darshana, Shravanadi, Karma, Avidya, Maya, Achannaha iti. This Darshana Shravana. Therefore, Darshana Shravanadi. So, therefore, Darshanam is seeing, Shravanam is hearing. So, every perception, Darshana Shravanadi Karma, Avidya, Maya, Achannaha. Every perception that is seeing, hearing, everything takes place because of the sense organs, and it is the Atma which makes the sense organs sentient. Without Atma sense organs or Jada, it cannot be sentient. Therefore, any perception, that's Darshana Shravanadi Karma, they imply the presence of this Chaitanyam. Therefore, all the activities, this Darshana Shravanadi of the person, all these activities, they are possible because of this Atma. And this Atma is, which is as though, which is covered, which is Gudaha, covered. So therefore, it is covered by Avidya. Avidya Maya. Avidya Maya, Vidya Maya, Achannaha, Atma. So this Purusha is covered by Avidya. And Avidya is also called Maya. So Avidya, Maya, they are not different. Avidya eva Maya. Avidya, Maya. Therefore, why it is called Avidya? Because it is opposite to Vidya. It is opposite to Vidya. On the rise of knowledge, Vidya goes away. Therefore, it is called Avidya. Jnana Virodhi, Ajnanam. So, therefore, this Avidya, Maya, Achannaha. This Purushaha is Achannaha. Who is there in all the action? Darsha Shravanadi, the karma. All the actions are possible only in the presence of this Atma, but this Atma is not recognized because of Avidya. Okay. Darshana Shravanadi Karma. Okay. Darshana Shravanadi Karma Avidya. This karma is the long karma. The karma is the long karma. Darshana Shravanadi Karma. Karman is Nakaranta Napumsakalinga Shabda. Karma Karmani Karmani. But here Karman is Nakarantaha Pullinga Shabda. Because it is a compound. Darshana Shravanadi Karma, qualifying the Purusha, that Chaitanya, the consciousness, Purusha, which is the cause of all the activities of the sense organs, like Darshanam, seeing, Shravanam, hearing. That which is the cause, and which is hidden as though. It is as though covered. Samvrtaha. Samvrtaha darshanadi karma. Samvrtaha darshanadi karma. So karma refers to the Purusha, therefore Pullinga. Karma, like Atman Shabda, it is declined because it is a Bahuvika Samasa. So Atma, Atmanaha, so only Karma, Karmanaha. That Purusha, in the presence of which all the karmas are possible. So Darshana Shravanadi Karman Yasya Saha. Bhagavadgita Samasa. That Atma, that Yasya Saha. That Yasya Saha means not that Atma does all this. In the presence of Atma, all the karmas take place. So Darshana Shravanadi Karma Yasya Saha. Darshana Shravanadi Karma Samvrtaha Purushaha Avidya Maya Achannaha. Avidya Maya Achannaha iti. So Darshana Shravanadi Karma Vidya Maya Channaha. One word goes, it is a qualifying the Purushaha. So it's a long one. So therefore, Darshana Shravanadi Karma Maya Achannaha Purushaha. Therefore, Ataha. Therefore, the next sentence. Ataha.
Ataha
Eva Atma.
Ataha eva atma
Na prakashate.
na
Prakashate
prakashate
Atmatvena kasyachit.
atmatvena kasyachit.
This Darshana Shravanadi Karma Avidya Maya Channaha Purushaha. One word. It shows how this Purusha is covered. How this Purusha is covered by this Maya, which is Avidya, Achannaha, covered by the Avidya Eva Maya. So it's a Karmadhara Samasa. Avidya Eva Maya, Avidya Maya, Avidya Maya, Achannaha, Purushaha, the Darshana Shravanadi Karma, which has this Darshana Shravanadi Karma. So the one word, which is a Pullinga, Darshana Shravanadi Karma Vidya Maya Channaha Purushaha. Therefore, because this Purusha, which is covered by Avidya Maya, and therefore it has been given the status of Darshana Shravanadi Karma, as though it has, but in the presence of Atma only all the activities happen. That Purusha, because it is covered, Ataha, therefore, Eva Atma na prakashate. Therefore, only that Atma na prakashate doesn't shine, not recognized. As what? Atmatvena, as being oneself. It is not recognized as being oneself kasyachit, by anyone, by anybody. By anybody, it is not recognized as oneself because this person takes the activities of his sense organs to be the activities of Atma. Therefore, achannaha, avidyaya achannaha. Therefore, na prakashate atmatvena. As being oneself, it is not prakashate. It is not recognized. It doesn't shine as doesn't shine in our buddhi. That it doesn't shine our buddhi as oneself, as myself, because it is covered. Therefore, the next line now. Aho. It is not aho. It should be aho. Okay.
Aho.
Aho.
Ati gambira.
Adigambira.
Durabhakhya.
Durabhagya.
Vichitra maya.
Vichitra Maya.
Vichitra maya cha iyam.
Vichitra Maya
Maya
cha
iyam.
Yat ayam.
Yat ayam.
Ayam.
Sarvaha jantuhu.
Sarvaha
Jantuhu.
Paramartataha.
Paramartataha.
Paramartha satatvaha.
Paramartha Satatvaha.
Satatvaha, not satachvaha. It is satatvaha, the type. Paramartataha satatvaha. Okay. Or another reading is there. Paramartataha paramasatatvaha only. Yes. Api evam.
Api evam.
Yevam.
Bodhyamanaha agam.
Bodhyamanaha
aham.
Paramatma iti.
Paramatma
Atma
iti.
iti.
Na grannati.
Na
Nagrinati.
Up to that we can stop. And after that, next time we can continue. Anatmanam degendra iti. So here, aho. Aho is, it's an exclamation. Alas. Aho. Why aho? Because the Maya is so powerful. Atigambira Maya. Duravarakya Maya. Vichitra Maya. Maya is Strilinga. Therefore, cha iyam. Iyam Maya atigambira. Iyam Maya duravakakya. Iyam Maya vichitra. So this Maya is atigambira. Atigambira means it is very profound. It is very profound. It's very deep. Duravakakya. It is difficult to understand, comprehend. The inscrutability of the Maya. Maya is inscrutable. Duravakakya, very difficult to. Mama Maya Duratyaya. Bhagavan Krishna says in Gita. Mama Maya is, it's difficult to scrutinize. It is impenetrable, inscrutable. Duravakakya. And Vichitra. Vichitra is manifold. The one appearing as many. That is the Vichitra. Agatita Gatana Patiyasi Maya. Maya is that which makes the impossible possible. One thing appears as many. How can one appear as many? That is possible. That is Maya Shakti. So, Iyam Maya, this Maya, Yat ayam sarvaha jantuhu paramartataha paramartha satatvaha api evam bodhyamanaha akam paramatma iti na grannati. So, paramartataha, in reality, all the beings, sarvaha jantuhu, in reality, paramartha satatvaha, they are paramartha only, they are paramatma only. The essence of, in reality, they are the essence of the paramartha. Paramartha satatvaha. Satatvaha means the essence, the essential nature. In reality, this essential nature of all the being, this Paramatma, api, because of this Maya, it is, because referring to this, because of this Maya, bodhyamanaha. Bodhyamanaha, it is seen, it is understood. It is understood as what? Aham Paramatma iti na grinnati. It is not recognized. Aham Paramatma iti na grinnati. Evam bodhyamana, even though it is bodhyamana, it is bodhya, it is causative, both taught. Even though it is taught, Aham Paramatma, but that is not grinnati, that is not understood, that is not recognized. Why? Because of this Maya. Even though the essential nature of all the jantus, all the beings being this Paramatma Tattvam, but because of this Maya, even though they are taught, Bodhyamanaha api Aham Paramatma iti na grinnati. They don't see oneself as Paramatma because the Maya is so powerful. It is Ati Gambira, Duravakhakhya, and Chitra. Therefore, it is not understood. It is not easy to acknowledge that Aham Brahma Asmi, Aham Paramatma iti. You can stop here. The next line we will read. We will read in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
धन्यवाद.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
धन्यवाद
शरण जी.
धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद जी.
धन्यवाद